You have seen these posters I've created recently? Today we are going to learn how to create these nice retro posters in Photoshop. Okay, first things first, I'm going to create a document in the size of 5000 to 5000. Don't worry, I'm just gonna crop that. And I'm just gonna name this retro poster tutorial. From here, I'm just gonna hit C to crop and choose 4:5 ratio. Crop that, and that is awesome. So from here, what we need is a new layer, replace image, and we're going to convert it to a smart object so that we can place our image inside. I'm just gonna use one of my posters. So this is a poster I have created recently that you might have seen on my Instagram page. Just gonna type in image, image, and hit Ctrl S to save that. And now we have it here, and whenever we want to change it, we can simply double click on it and change this image. But here that we have opened our image, we are going to add multiple different patterns and effects so that it will look much more better. So I'm just gonna group this and name it replace me. Awesome. And from here, I'm going to choose my image, go to the filter and filter gallery. And now in filter gallery, I'm just going to click on cutout. So as you can see, we are having a cool painted look, but I'm just gonna increase the number of the levels so that we would have much more colors inside our composition. The edge simplicity, I'm just gonna bring it to around 0. Just gonna play around to see how it would react in these areas. I like that one. Let's just see one more how it will look. Yeah, so on the number 4, I like that. And on the edge fidelity, I would usually put it around 3 so that we would have much more defined areas around. Just gonna remain with the cutout and click OK. Awesome. And from here, on the top of the group, I'm going to create a pattern. And I have this pattern of a fabric texture, as you can see. So you can simply search for fabric texture, and you can put these also on your designs. But I myself actually like the pattern so that I can simply click on it and change the amount of it. So I will go around 100 for now and put it on overlay. So as you can see, if I just zoom in, you're having this cool fabric effect before and after. And again, I would make a duplicate of it. And on the bottom one, so this will be fabric, this will be grain, double click on it, and I have a grain texture also, normal. You can see it's a simple noise that you can simply create by using creating a new layer, and go to the edit, fill, 50% gray, and go to the filter, noise, add noise, and create it. That is simple as that. And I would also put this one on overlay. So as you can see, this is without any effect. This is with the grain and also with the fabric. It is giving us a cool retro vibe look. And I'm just gonna hit Command S to save this, and I will go back to the main poster that we had here, and I'm just gonna create a duplicate of this one and just gonna turn this off for now. And here I will say texture 1, and what I'm going to do here is to just go to the filter, noise, add noise, and put it around 30 is actually nice. Yeah, 30 is nice. On the uniform and monochrome, again go to the filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'm going to give it a bit of a blur here, so I'm just going to 0.5. And after that, I would simply go to the image, adjustment, and threshold, and here we are going to create multiple layers to separate our color tones like shadows, midtones, and highlights. So first off, I'm going to create one for the shadows. So as you can see, we are going to use the white areas for now. So I'm bringing the level of the threshold down. So I would go around number 80 here. That is cool. And I'm just gonna double click on the layer and go to the color overlay, and I will just choose a dark blue. Don't worry about the colors. We're gonna turn this to black and white, so no worries. So I'm just gonna make a duplicate of this one, and again go to the threshold. Just gonna bring it up more to around 100. Just gonna make this a bit lighter, and for the previous one, I'm just gonna bring it down a bit. So we'll go around 60 would be nice. And I'm just gonna repeat this process one more time. Threshold, bring it to around 150, even 160 is nice. Change the color of it to brighter blue, and only one more time. Just gonna bring it toward 210, and here I would also change it to much more white color. So this is actually it. This is the base texture that we have created for now. And now we're just going to keep texture 1. Just gonna rename this to texture 2, 3, 4, and I'm just gonna put all of these on screen. So now we have something like this, as you can see. So if I just turn them off, this is our base texture. This is the next one, the next one, and the last one. Now we are having that old retro vibe look on our poster, and what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna create a black and white texture on top so that we will have something like this. And I'm going to group all these textures, so it will be texture, and I'm just gonna bring a duplicate of my image here, and I'm just gonna type color, bring it on, change the blend mode to color, and I'm just going to link these two to the one that we have. And now from here you can simply go back to the settings of the textures that you have, and simply, you know, just change the color of it. But what I prefer is that I would just simply click on this, go to the image, adjustment, brightness and level, brightness and contrast, and just gonna bring down the contrast and the level of the brightness. That is cool. Also go back to the texture 2. Just gonna make this a little bit lighter, and also our texture 3, I want it a bit lighter, and for texture 4 I would go around more towards white. That is cool. Everything is nice, and the only thing it needs is a good texture. I'm just going to use my own texture pack here. Let's see. This is one of the paper textures that I've got. Just gonna go to the image and make it black and white. That is cool. I'm gonna convert it to a smart object so that this will be black. I will make a duplicate of it, hit Command I to invert it, and I will say white. Put this white on multiply and put the black one on screen. Let me see, put it on the white one on the darken, and as you can see, if I just zoom in, we are having that nice effect here, and on the black also we have that nice paper effect. So that's it with today's tutorial, guys. The good thing is that you can simply go back to replace image here and double click on it, and on this one again double click on it, and you can simply place any other image, for example something like this. Hit Command S, go back to the other file here, hit Command S again, and now as you can see you're having that retro vibe effect. But one more thing that you can do simply is you can add another pattern here of a halftone. So something like this. I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger, put it on overlay, something like that. Hit Command S, go back, and you will have that effect, you know, with halftone effect. So if I just bring this back, you can, so as you can see, you're having that halftone effect also. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, make sure to share it with your friends. And also, if you create any posters using this tutorial, make sure to send them on my Instagram account. The link will be in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.